What are the best steps to take to get started healing your gut from digestive challenges? Keep watching today to find out. Hi there, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Amanda Malacheski, functional nutrition coach and digestive and allergy detective. I help you get clear on the underlying causes of your digestive and allergy challenges. If you'd like to keep hearing more about this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and go ahead and click the bell to be notified when I post a new video every week. It's easy to find a lot of information out there about resources that can help you repair your digestion and get started, but the challenge is a lot of people don't exactly know how to use this information methodically enough to get the results they're hoping to find. So how do you use these tools and do them in the right order to get the results you're hoping for? Today, I'm going to share the 3 most important tasks that you'll want to take on your digestive healing journey to make sure that you set yourself up for success in the long run. Maybe like you did, I started my digestive healing journey trying a lot of random things and not really doing them in any particular order. And it wasn't until I started using the steps that I'm about to tell you about today that I really started to finally see some results in my particular case. So I want to get you started on this. So let's go. So the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to let go of the idea that you're going to find a super fast, super easy solution. If your problem has been really chronic, like mine has been, it's likely to take a year or even more to really completely resolve your symptoms. And that's not because of a failure on your part. It's just that really restoring the digestive system, which is the heart of all of our health, takes time. It takes time to slowly weed out the bad players, reseed your gut with the good players, and create an environment where you can no longer have these digestive problems. The next step is something that a lot of people skip or just kind of gloss over pretty easily, but this is to do a really thorough assessment of where your current health situation is. 1, we need to understand how the situation came to happen. 2, we need to understand what kinds of underlying contributors there are to your digestive challenges. And 3, we need to understand where you're currently starting in terms of your diet and your daily lifestyle habits that are going to support your health. So let me elaborate a little bit about this because this step is really one of the most important of all. Knowing how your symptoms began really helps us define how we're going to approach the situation. So for example, my approach would probably be different if I learned that your digestive problems started with about a food poisoning a year or 2 ago in a foreign country versus if they're the result of long-term antibiotic use as a child because you had recurrent ear infections. Where the problem started and how really does affect how we need to think about the solution. The second assessment, which is assessing the underlying contributors to your situation, it's a really good idea to do some functional lab testing. So these include things like a stool sample, a SIBO breath test, a food sensitivity test sometimes an organic acids test, as well as a basic blood panel, which can just give us some basic information about your current nutritional status. These tests really help lead the way to understand exactly what the specific causes of your symptoms are or contributors are to your symptoms. So if you have a parasitic infection and opportunistic bacterial infection, yes, that's something we need to know moving forward. Finally, it's really important to really fully understand where you currently are with your eating and your lifestyle habits. And this is because these habits and behaviors really dramatically affect how we feel in the day-to-day, and they affect the long-term projection of where you're going to get to. For example, if you're continuing to eat a food that's irritating your digestive system every single day, it's going to be really hard to overcome those symptoms no matter what else we're doing. If you're not taking care of your stress management and your stress levels in life, it's going to be really difficult to resolve your digestive system because your digestive system works in a state of relaxation. So the way that I help my clients assess where they're at with their diet and lifestyle is I have them use a Food-Symptom Diary. I talked about this in a video a couple of weeks ago, and you can check that out by looking at how to use a Food-Symptom Diary for IBS. I'll leave a link for that below. Once the assessments are complete, then we can begin to do some of the cleanup work that's necessary to set the stage for deeper level healing. It's really easy to gloss over this, and a lot of people, if they got results on their stool test or their SIBO test that show that there's a dysbiosis going on, they want to go straight to the killing phase. Let's go in there and let's kill that stuff. But a lot of people's bodies are not ready for this yet. Yours probably isn't either. Especially if you've had a lot of these infections for a while, they back up our detox systems and our liver. And if we start addressing them right away, you are likely to have a lot of really negative side effects and symptoms like nausea and headaches and feeling flu-like and stuff. So we want to get your body ready to do the work. Instead, we're going to first start creating an environment where healing can actually happen. And what this looks like for each of you will be really customized. It's really customized for every client that walks in my door, but there's some basic principles. One is making sure you're consuming an anti-inflammatory diet that's right for your body. Next is making sure that your blood sugar is balanced and you're not having wild swings, which can contribute to your underlying stress load. 3 is general digestive and liver supports, which are going to help your body do what it needs to do to clear any underlying infections that have turned up. And by the way, almost everybody who has these digestive issues turns up with some amount of infection. And finally, we need to add in supportive habits with regards to sleep, exercise, stress reduction. And in this initial phase, we also work to understand your unique symptom triggers, and we work to remove them or keep them from occurring. Once you have a really solid foundation with your diet and your rest and your stress reduction and your exercise and hydration and all these basic skills, and we've worked on supporting your digestion at a basic level, then we can move into addressing the deeper level underlying causes. And we're also at this stage working to create a terrain internally where infections can't recur or continue to bother you. Lastly, you utilize all the work that you've done and all that you've learned about your body to maintain your symptom relief long term. And usually this looks like, continuing on a diet that really works for your body and continuing to avoid your symptom triggers if necessary and continuing to learn and grow and reassess as needed. And really, this is what it's all about. It's not necessarily about a cure, although for some people that does happen. What it really is about is understanding how to work with your body in the day-to-day, in the month-to-month, in the year-to-year to keep yourself feeling well, happy, and healthy so you can get to doing what it is that you love or are passionate about. I'm curious to hear how you've worked to resolve your digestive challenges. Leave me a comment to tell me about it below. This step-by-step process is the same method that I use with my clients to help them resolve their digestive challenges. And I expand a bit more on this in the Roadmap to Gut Recovery, which you can download for free by visiting confluencenutrition.com/roadmap. Go ahead and grab your free copy so you can get started on doing this stuff right away. And you also have access to the Food-Symptom Diary and a few other resources in there. If you've already done a bit or even a lot of this work and you still aren't getting the results that you're hoping for, I really strongly encourage you to schedule a free 30-minute assessment session with me. I would love to talk with you about troubleshooting your situation and seeing if we can figure out where you might be missing a step or where I might be able to suggest you move forward. You can go ahead and schedule that by visiting confluencenutrition.com/contact, and I will certainly leave a link for that below this video. I hope this video has revealed for you some of the step-by-step process that needs to happen in order to get to your long-term digestive relief. It's not a quick fix. It's not a magic pill, but it is a step-by-step methodical process that if you implement one step at a time, you will see results. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.